Mira, and I am back at it again. Today is day 10 of Vlogmas, guys. I have not been uploading. I literally believe I missed day 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 4 days, possibly 3. I'm not sure. Guys, I literally have been dealing with the craziest migraines. So for those who don't know, I have chronic migraines. I've had them since I was about 10 years old. However, I was not actually diagnosed. They didn't know what it was until I was, I believe, about 16, 17. Guys, it's so much better now. When I was younger, it was way worse. However, when I do get them, sometimes if you do not catch them in time, it is a wrap. And guys, it's been really, really hard because I've been trying to continue pushing through. I have videos on here where I literally started the vlogs and I just could not finish them. So I'm so sorry, guys. I'm doing my best to give you guys bangers. I had so much planned for this week, and here it is already Thursday. Jesus. Guys, it's cool because I'm doing better today. I'm feeling good. I definitely wanted to talk a little bit about that because I just wanted to share some stuff with you guys today. So, first and foremost, if you're the original Mirror Gang, welcome back in the building. Okay? Well, we're in the car, but either way. And if you're not, if you're brand new, thank you for stopping through. But while you're here, go ahead. I guarantee it's going to be worth it. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified each and every time I drop a hit. Okay? Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share with all your loved ones, all your friends and family, guys. Share. Come on together and watch these videos as we go through different journeys. Just spending time with you guys as far as sharing my family, our travel, and my life purpose. I love you guys. I really, really do. So today is going to be a little different. I actually really wanted to talk about that because a lot of people do not deal with that. And one of the things that I feel my life purpose is to really bring awareness to certain things. So, I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you guys and just a little bit of story time as well. So, let's go ahead and switch on over to that. Alright guys, so let's have a little bit of lunch together. So today I am eating some tropical smoothie. This is not sponsored by them or anything of that nature. I am just eating healthy, guys. So, a lot of people, one of the things that I really haven't discussed is a few of my medical things that I have going on with me that has kind of caused me to sometimes not do things that I want to do. And as I just mentioned, I have chronic migraines. For those who do not know what chronic migraines are, the shortest version is, in my opinion, without getting like medical terminology and everything of that nature, it is a whole different form of a headache that literally, it almost feels, I'm going to find a diagram because there's a diagram that actually explains this a lot better, and I'll stick it right there for you guys. But it's literally tension that sits behind the eyes. But with me, mine get to the point, well, first, before we get to that point, there's a difference between migraines and chronic migraines. Chronic migraines are people who have them multiple times within a certain period. So, when I was younger, I was diagnosed with chronic migraines because there was times where I would literally have them for like 7 days straight. Like literally no matter how much it tried to go away. I am a lot better now, so I would like to say I just have migraines, but because of the fact that sometimes it still lingers, which is what happened this week, it's hard. So literally it started on about Saturday. It was very light but still kind of whatever. By Sunday it started coming harder, and I'm honestly gonna say yesterday was probably like the best day coming out of it that I've had all week up until today. So I'm feeling good. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into not having them. And for a lot of people who do not know, I am now officially December 1st, made a year, paleo pescatarian, meaning that I literally only eat seafood and chicken, along with vegetables and stuff like that. But no red meat, no beef, no pork. You know, beef is red meat. But, you know, all of that type of stuff. I ain't gonna sit here and tell y'all that I ain't love me a good pork chop and some oxtails and a steak here and there, because I did. However, my health is so much more important. And guys, switching has truly helped me. I started learning so much more. The best thing about this, which my parents can definitely vouch for, I have always been the person who loves vegetables. So vegetables, honestly, I really believe I could become a vegetarian. It's just that occasionally I be wanting some crab legs here and there, and some chicken. So I don't know yet about that, but so far I've been doing absolutely amazing. I love it. Places like Tropical Cafe and Smoothie King and all them, they have become my best friend, and I just love trying the different options. I will actually go for a vegan meal before I go for a regular meal now, because there is so many options with vegan meals that are bomb, guys. So if you guys know any vegan spots in the South Carolina, North Carolina area, or even in Atlanta, because I'm traveling all the time, definitely let me know. I'm always willing to try it. But the chronic migraines, I had to explain that part, because a lot of my chronic migraines are triggered from stress, things I eat, smell. Like, I cannot go into, you guys ever gone to the mall and, like, let's say like Macy's, JCPenney's, or I don't know, those are just ones that come off the head, and they have like the perfume section where like you can do the testers and all that. I cannot go in that section. It is really hard for me to even try perfumes because they tend to trigger my migraines like that. So I've learned that I can do certain oils, but also another thing that can trigger it is, of course, hormones. So with that being said, it's a number of things that could have triggered it this weekend. I normally try to write it down. I keep a notepad of like things I were doing or eating, so that way I can kind of see. Like, I know I cannot drink High C. I know I cannot drink Sunny Delight, which when I was younger I used to love me some Sunny Delight, but I cannot drink it now. Even like alcoholic beverages like Ciroc. I used to be a Ciroc girl, y'all. Loved me some Ciroc. I can drink it now, but literally it has to be like one small cup, and the flavor sometimes also triggers it. So it's really tricky. There's certain wines I can't drink, and I had to learn that the hard way. So imagine guys going out and, like, you're out to dinner, you're having a cocktail or whatever, and then all of a sudden, boom, I have tried different medicines. Some medicines just don't work for me, and I really think it's just because I had it for so long before I was finally diagnosed. And even then, when I finally got diagnosed, a lot of people are familiar with the drug Imitrex. Imitrex, at that time when it came out and I was diagnosed, I was too young to take it. At that time, you still had to be 18 and over because they were still kind of testing it out. So yeah. But yeah, that's just a little bit to share with that. So yeah, now you guys know a little bit more about me. And let's go ahead and get into this story. Okay. Guys, I had to think about this sandwich. So I'm going to tell you guys about the first time I ever traveled out of the country, and how you would have thought that scared the crap out of me, right? Let me tell y'all, I definitely should have shared this with you guys sooner. So, hold on, sorry y'all. That was rude, talking with food in my mouth. Okay. So guys, when my first time ever traveling out of the country, how old was I? I want to say I was 19. Yeah, I was 19, because I had to think about my passport. It was my first passport and everything. Passports last 10 years. Okay, so the first time I traveled out of the country, I traveled with this group called Student City. So from what I saw, Student City does not do like the stuff that they used to do when I had went. So Student City was like this for kids that were in college or whatever. Like they did spring breaks and summer breaks and stuff like that, where parents could feel safe that their kids were like being chaperoned. And you know, like we had to wear these bracelets, and the bracelets let them know like all their hair with that and so forth, right? Okay, so what ended up happening is at that time, my best friend at that time, she asked me to go with her. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we go. So, you know, of course our parents are like, you guys be safe, stay together, da 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 da. Of course we're gonna do all that. But literally, guys, like I'm gonna say maybe 2 to 3 weeks before we left to go, there was a big drug war over in Cancun. So at this point, our parents are like, they don't know if we should go. Everything's fully paid for. We can't get a refund. And we're like, all right, so we're, you know, what are we going to do? Like, I'm not going to lie, y'all, especially at 19, first time out of the country, and I'm going by myself. I mean, like, me and my friend were going, but we're 2 young girls going with a group of, like, other students. Like, come on, you know? So we decided to go. We find out, guys, first of all, let's start off. When we first got there, guys, we find out that they ended up processing our stuff late. So they didn't put us in, like, the regular hotels that all the other students were doing, kind of on the strip. We ended up, like, kind of off the strip and staying in, like, this hotel. I don't even want to call it a hotel, but it's like, it looked like a house hotel type deal. Like it had bedrooms and was structured like a hotel, but it wasn't like a hotel. So with the package that Student City gave, like you got like party packages if you added that, but of course like you were able to like eat and at different places and all of that type of stuff. So we were able to eat, but it wasn't like there at the hotel. Like we had to take like when you first get there, let me make sure I explain this part. When you first get there, there's a bus that picks you up, and it took you like to this place where like the chaperones and the team and all them gave you like all the rules. They went over everything with you, and they dropped you off like at the hotels that were allotted. Well, of course we were last, 'cause like I said, ours wasn't really like a hotel. Come to find out, the place we were staying at was where all the chaperones were staying. So move forward. It was on like this side street where like people actually had houses, guys. Seriously. So me and her are like looking at each other like, okay, what are we doing? So in order for us to get to the strip where everybody else was, where the party was, you know, we're in Cancun. We had to catch a taxi. Now the thing is, for those who don't know, the currency rate is like, I believe, $18 to $19 difference. So $1 of ours equals about $18 or $19 of theirs. So we noticed like when we would get in the taxi to go to the strip where everything was to, you know, participate in the parties and the food and all of that, whatever, they would always, like, the price was always changing. Literally, it was like they were making up prices as they go. So you kind of had to like negotiate, right? So everything's cool. You know, we're feeling a little bit safer. We found a payphone like right outside. So we got like a calling card, called our parents and everything like that every day. So guys, this one particular night, and I'm not joking, guys, and it literally happened 2 nights back to back. Okay. So this one particular night, we're like literally, she ended up knowing some people there from her college. So we're like hanging out with them, blah, blah, blah. They had got there like a day or 2 before us. So we're hanging out, having a good time, drinking and so forth. You know, just at the parties. Everything's good. Just having a good time, being safe, whatever. So on this particular night, this had to be like our probably 2nd or 3rd night there. I'm going to say 2nd. We're at this spot and we noticed like this, guys, I'm not trying to be funny and I don't know the proper name for this. Like, I don't want to call him a midget, but I mean, a really, really short guy, like with like chains on and stuff like that, like kept like waving at her and smiling. And we're like, okay, what the heck, whatever, hey, keep it moving, right? So we're just trying to have a good time, but we noticed like, yo, why do we keep seeing him? Because on the strip you can like go to different places. So we're like, why do we keep seeing him? So we literally like, all right, we're gonna go to this next spot. So, you know, the people are with us, we're, you know, the friends from her school or whatever, and we go to the next spot, whatever. So we're like telling him like, yo, like, what the heck is going on? Like, we keep seeing him. It's like he keeps trying to get her attention. So then the flowers, so they have people that like walk around selling stuff like flowers, jewelry and stuff like that, like just people that live there, you know what I mean? And beautiful items if you choose to like buy. I definitely recommend handmade, all of that. So the guy comes up to her and was like, here you go. He's giving her a rose because he's telling her like, oh, you know, it's from someone, and he points out who it was. It was the short guy, guys. It was the short guy. So we're like, what the freak? So I'm like, all right, like, we're like, all right, we just take the flower, like, whatever. So we take the flower, put it down, right? So there's a club going on across the street. It's like a phone party, right? So we're like, all right, we're going to go to that. So we go to leave the spot we're at. We leave the rose, and we go to the phone party. The guy, the short guy, has like these other guys with him that look like they're his posse guys. They're way taller than him, like, I'm not joking, y'all. So we're like, yo, what is going on? They followed us over there. So now some of the people in our group are like saying stuff to them like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, why y'all keep following them? Da, 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 da. Like, no, it doesn't escalate to the point like where like anybody fights or anything, but words were definitely exchanged to the point like we finally was just like, yo, let's just go home. So now we're going home, but we're like, well, to our hotel, but we're feeling like we gotta watch, like, do they know where we stay at? Like, cause you mind you, we're not like everybody else where we can just, go on the strip to where the hotel was. We had to get a taxi to go, you know what I mean? So, like, literally, guys, like, it was a whole lot of back and forth. At this point, as we're riding back to our room, we're like, yo, like, the way it went down, the little short guy clearly was, like, running something, and the bigger people was, like, yeah. So, we're like, all right, we're just gonna have to make sure we don't run into this man the rest of the time, because at this point, we're feeling really uncomfortable. Like, to go to, like, 4 different places on one night, and they're like, this one person is constantly following you, and you don't really realize it until it's kind of too late, and then he's like constantly trying to get your attention and blah blah blah. And then how it escalated when like the friends that were with us started saying stuff to them. Guys, yeah. So all right, the next day comes, we go get breakfast, da da da. So we're like, all right, we're gonna party again. We go back to one of the main spots where one of the guys actually was like, I guess he went to the spot like the whole time they were there, and really like made friends with the DJ there, the host, blah blah blah. So like we were just having a really good time, like how you would think your spring break in Cancun as a 19-year-old would be. So guys, we literally are like, all right, we're gonna have a good time, everything's cool, whatever. Oh shoot, hold on, guys, hold on 1 second, sorry, let me fix this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what it was doing on my end. It looked like it was about to try to shut off. Okay, so having a good time, everything's good, whatever. So we all go back to, it was literally a group of us, like females and guys. We all decide, let's go back to the hotel. We're gonna, grab some more food and drinks and whatever, and then we'll come back. So while we're literally at the hotel, like we're all in the room, there were a couple people that went and did their own thing. One of the guys come back, guys. Literally, like, he had dreads. Eyes swollen, shoe missing, blood, like, coming down the side of his face. And we're like, what the hell happened to you? Like, he's like, yo, it's the police, da 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 da. And we're like, what? Y'all, he basically said that him and like a couple other people were like trying to get into this club, whatever, and they were like acting phony, like telling them like, oh, it's one price and then giving them another price, whatever. So they tried to say him and like 3 other people basically were like causing problems and like got their police involved, right? But here's the thing. They said that, what's the best way to say this? When they got the police involved, the police just basically threw them into like their paddy wagon, van, whatever the case. Like a lot of them had like, it wasn't really paddy wagon, it was like trucks with like humps in the back. Like pickup trucks. I don't know why I'm having trouble explaining this. But the point is, they walk around with actual rifles, guys. They don't have like regular handguns. Some of them do, but no, guys. So, now, and I just want to make sure that people are clear. I was 19 at the time. This is back in 2009. Yes, 2009. Okay. So, guys, he's like, basically, this is the story that was told to us. Basically, they took them all to like an ATM machine and at gunpoint made them take out money out of the ATM, but in American currency. Because the ATMs there, first of all, the surcharges are ridiculous. But secondly, it gives you the option to take out American currency or, of course, their currency. So, at this point, he's like, yo, I'm going back. I'm about to go fight them because none of this should have happened. Da, 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 da. He just wanted to come get, like, I guess a group of people to go with him. We're now trying to calm him down, y'all. Then we're like, okay, now we're looking for the Student City people. And this hence the reason why I'm not shocked that it's a chance that they are, not a chance. I went on the website recently and, bruh, like, Student City basically can't do nothing. And I feel like this is probably why. Student City didn't help at all. There was nothing that they could do. We finally found some chaperones. They were looking at us like we were crazy, and so forth. So, by that point, guys, I'm ready to come home. We literally had like 2 more nights left, and it was just a mess, guys. So, at this point, the rest of the trip, guys, and nothing got resolved with that, because they got there earlier. I believe that was like their last night, so they left like the next day or the day after, something like that. But it was just a mess, guys. Like, for that to be our first trip out of the country, like, it was just those 2 incidents that happened, and really not knowing, like, okay, you got to be on your toes, but still being young, like, and as females, you don't know if you're going to be taken advantage of. So, because of that, like, I do not travel alone when I travel out of the country or anything like that. If I'm traveling by myself somewhere, it got to be to somewhere that I know where I'm going. I know, like, I got people there, and it is not one of those where I feel unsafe, and if I'm not stopping along the way, if I do not have to. But, y'all, that's basically my story about the first time that I traveled outside of the country. I did not travel again outside of the country until 2 years later. I went to Aruba, and that was actually for my aunt's wedding. It was nothing but a family event the entire time. But that, when I tell y'all, I'm not, like, at 19, like, you know, you're fearless of a lot of things when you're young, but that was some real, yeah, you know, like some real stuff, guys. And I did not know what was going to happen. Like, especially, first off, that first night, not knowing, like, if the guy was going to try to take her or, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, it was just us 2 once we separated from everybody. So it's like we literally had to be like, okay, yo, like, cool, this is crazy, but we're going to make the best of this because we're here. Like, we can't leave. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is all while, like, the drug war is going on. So that's why, just to emphasize, you know, like, the police was so heavy around at that time, especially with the rifles and stuff, because there was so much going on, like, literally on the strip. It was all over the news, everything, like, the different stuff going on. So, I just recommend, guys, if you are young and you want to travel, definitely travel, but take precautions. Know where you're going. Make sure that they have you where you're supposed to be, that your rooms are set up. This is why also, like, it is great to go through a travel agent or a travel business owner as myself, because we do all of that stuff for you. We make sure that everything is set up. We make sure you're supposed to be where you're at. If there's any issues, we handle it. Like, we didn't have that, y'all. That's what Student City was supposed to do, and they didn't do that. They're supposed to make sure we were safe. They didn't do that. It was not like, our parents literally like contacted the Student City people and was like going off when we returned and was telling them everything that was going on, because we were like, we can't tell them why we're here, because we didn't know what our parents was going to do. I don't know why we felt like we couldn't tell them. It was just like, we felt like they were going to freak out, or they were going to try to make us come back early or something. Like, it was so many conflicting emotions. Number one, going into it, once the drug war and all of that was like being all over the news, and then us still going, and then that stuff happening. But I don't regret it, because it was the first experience of a lifetime that I had outside of the country, and like as an adult, you know, over the age of 18, out and about, whatever. But I just highly recommend, especially for females, don't travel alone, guys. Travel in packs. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you go where you're supposed to go. And, you know, I travel a lot now, so it didn't stop me. It just made me know I need to be more aware. And that is my story about the first time I ever traveled international. I love you guys, and I hope that didn't scare you guys or anything like that, because like I said, that was back in 2009. Things have definitely changed and so forth. You know, you still got to be safe anywhere, because, you know, anything can happen anywhere. But I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Everybody is safe and good from what I know. Well, after that incident, you know, it's years later now. But, yeah, man. What a adventure. I'm going to go ahead and tune out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and all that good stuff, and turn that notification bell on. All right? See you later. Bye.